Can't believe we made it.
That'll slow down pursuit.
But aren't there troops on this side? We can't relax just yet.
Right. We press on. I'll take point. You watch our backs.
Actually, why don't you let me take point?
Can you handle it?
It's not a question of can or can't.
Now you're learning. Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
Got it.
Got your back. You call the shots now. Be wary, but don't be afraid.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be taking a look at some Final Fantasy XIII gameplay. Now the game did get released in 2009, so it's about 12 years old, so just bear that in mind. So I'm playing at 4K with some mods enabled. I'm using the Final Fantasy XIII HD project mod, so everything's at high resolution textures. I'm also using the better, I think the better models mod. I'm not too sure if that's the correct name, but it basically switches out the characters to give them a more high quality finish, so you can see Hope there looking quite HD. So the game does actually look pretty good for being about 12 years old, to be fair. Now you can unlock the FPS in the game, but that does cause issues, and I can't get it to uncap the frame rate and then go into 4K mode. It's just stuck in window mode, so I've just opted to play at 4K capped at 60 FPS. I'm going to try and avoid some of the weaker enemies because I don't want to bore you guys to death with these just standard battles. If there's any decent enemies, I might jump into a fight. But the game does run pretty smooth. As you can see, the RTX 3090 basically doing nothing. We're around about 20% GPU usage, so this is a very, very light task.
Just another battle. So chasing after enemies, it's a surefire way to get ambushed.
I mean, when it first released on PC, it was stuck at 30 FPS and 720p and 1080p were the highest resolutions you could choose. So yeah, they've definitely improved on a few things because it wasn't looking too good.
Have you ever been here before? On duty, I mean.
No, I haven't. This area is covered by the Woodlands Observation Battalion. You scared?
Not really. I'm ready to fight if I have to.
What's this minute?
To keep you safe. I'll want it back.
Lightning. I'm glad I followed you. By myself, I would have had no chance.
Lightning's a bit of a hard ass. I'm just gonna disable subtitles. It's a bit distracting. I don't really need them there.
Trust me to cover your tail, and stay focused on moving forward.
So very much looking forward to the Final Fantasy VII remake when that eventually drops on PC. It hasn't really been officially confirmed, but we kind of know it's coming.
We don't need to rush.
It's all or nothing.
These enemies are so basic, I don't really need to choose my attacks. I can just use auto battle to get through these ones. So it's a very smooth locked 60 frames per second at 4K, 16 times MSAA, would you believe?
Keep it up.
I'm using 4096 shadow resolution. You can put it to 8192, but that makes the shadows look a little bit blocky and unrealistic. And this looks a little bit better like this, to be honest. I've also forced anisotropic filtering through the NVIDIA control panel. Lightning practically won that fight herself. They got head this way.
Military uses this place for bioweapons research. Lots of angry teeth and claws.
But it doesn't seem like we can escape these guys. We try though.
Straight too far.
I kind of prefer the enemies out where you can see them, because like the really old games, you just basically ran a few steps and then a random battle would spawn, and you know, it could be very, very annoying at times. That looks like an interesting fight. There's a behemoth over here. Let's see how we can see if we can take this thing out. Wanted to kind of preempt to attack it. If you get it from behind, you can kind of get an advantage, but it was a bit too quick.
I'm not gonna back down.
So let's try using some thunder on it, see how it likes that. So if you use Libra, Hope should find out its weakness and automatically should start using whatever magic it's weak to. We need to get this thing's stagger bar up so we can take some more damage. Hope's took a bit of damage, so I'm going to switch the paradigm to yin and yang so you can get healed up very quickly. We'll switch back to slash and burn. I wouldn't say the battle system's got that much depth, but you can customize your own paradigms, so everyone's kind of got their own role. And with that role, you can kind of develop that role so your characters get stronger in that specific role that you've put them in. So there's a little bit to play with. I still think Final Fantasy X was probably one of the best games in terms of development. But yeah, just holding a lock 60, no problem. There's a lot of people complaining about frame spikes and stuff like that. It seems to be okay.
What is it?
We need to hide. They don't seem like they're even looking for us. I mean, we're l'Cie and we're on the loose.
SciComm's keeping it all under wraps. They don't want their failure publicized. Better to lose us than lose their pride.
So the other soldiers don't know about us, right?
Right. They don't know anything about any fugitives.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to load on to a different area of the game so you guys can see what the performance is like when you got more free roam available.
Time to move.
Okay guys, so this is a bit more of a more open area where there's a lot more free roaming, and you're going to be spending quite a bit of time in this area in the game once you get here, so I thought it'd be a good place to show off how the game looks and performs. So you can see the character models look pretty well. I'm here with Fang now, as well as hope. So the models are looking a lot more detailed. You can almost see the threading in Lightning's jacket, which is nice to see. So yeah, again, for a 2009 game, it's really been polished up. It's looking okay. So I want to try and get into a bit of a fight here. I wonder who I should probably try and fight a behemoth or something. That would be interesting. So let's try and fight this King Behemoth. I think I got a preemptive attack. I don't think he knew I was there. No, not quite. Got to try and take this thing out quick. Okay, it's already stood up, so now it's like triple the strength. I'm going to summon Odin now to help out.
Odin.
Okay, so we've got like a Gestalt Gorge meter there that if you fill that up, the longer you'll be able to fight side by side with Odin. So you can fight side by side now, but then you can transform into working with him, actually riding him, and then doing a heavy attack at the very end. So I'm going to do that now.
We do this together.
RTX 3090 practically sleeping.
Let's ride. Yeah.
Okay, so you just do all of these combinations to do different moves, and then you'll end up doing one at the very end.
Yeah. The storm is here.
Okay, let's finish it off.
Until next time.
The behemoth ping is pretty tough, so I've got to try and stagger it.
Thank you.
One's kind of getting a bit hurt, so change my paradigm. And that will do. Probably kill it before it even staggers, to be honest.
Thanks.
And I do not remember this thing being so strong. Everyone's on fumes now, but let's just take it down.
Living on the edge.
Yeah. Not the best strategy, but we took it down. That's the main thing. So yeah, there's this massive golem, like, it's almost like a fire golem or something. Look at the size of that thing. You can fight that as well. I don't even know how you'd even go about beating something like that, but this game always throws up crazy creatures. You can see the adamantoise there in the distance. There's a weird, I think that looks like a water flan as well. So yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, the game doesn't dip below 60 frames per second at any point. So if you want to relive Final Fantasy XIII, you can mod it and play it today, no problem. It looks great from what I can see. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.